AD and Kyrie both miss games. AD is hurt all the time. Here's my issue with him. He's hurt because of what you said Kobe didn't like about Shaq, but it's worse. Okay? So, and then here's the other thing about what you said that makes me mad about Anthony Davis is you're right. He is a top 5 talent. But here's the thing. If you go, he did not make the NBA because of offense. So therefore, you should be the best defender in the league, not Giannis. I saw him win a national championship playing identical to Giannis. And Kentucky was losing in the first half. And then he came out and literally was pitching a shutout, basically. He was not, the only way that ball was going to touch the rim is if you shot a 3. Everything else was getting sent the other way. Like literally, it was one of the best defensive games I've ever seen on any level, period.
I watched it. I loved it.
Like it was insane. That was the only time in my life I saw AD with a motor. Ever.
Maybe like 1 or 2 times in the bubble championship.
But again, that wasn't a motor. That was just a dude in rhythm. like go to his shot percentages. He wasn't taking the greatest shots. He was just making them. It was a lot of 15-footers, a lot of 19-footers, a lot of threes. Even his three-point percentage should be higher than last year, but he's never going to shoot that high like he did in the bubble. That's like Steph Curry good year.
And not to mention his entitlement with saying, oh, yeah, the Suns got away with one. We know it, and they know it. We would have beat them.
The way they
it's
talk.
Like, get your ring privilege out of here, man.
Exactly.
It's like you're a second banana on a LeBron team, and you had a few great games, and you're a great player. So that also is part of it too. Like there's the mental entitlement.
Exactly, it counts.
Is the same reason why he's acting this way.
Why do you think Bird is in my top 3, top 5?
Yeah.
Like he's not getting there without being mentally tough. He's one of the worst uncoordinated athletes I've ever seen. He just runs in straight lines, but he got it done. He hustled his ass off. He does the work. He practices harder. Like I wasn't born faster than you. I'll just run until I am faster than you. I don't care what it looks like.
He was underratedly athletic though, but comparatively speaking.
No, but I mean in straight lines. He just wasn't agile. But as soon as he got up and could roll downhill, it was like LeBron at 37. You know what I mean? Like he's just downhill and he's a strong dude.
So not only that, AD is like, he's got the entitlement and he's Shaq. So
like to me, if AD's working out like LeBron, who works out like Larry Bird, who works out like Michael Jordan, none of this is an issue.
Right.
So so therefore you don't get brownie points for talent, right? There's a million people that don't make it to the league. So then you jump to Kyrie. AD actually missed more games, but the fact that Kyrie missed almost as many and wasn't even hurt is a problem. And I'm not even getting to the COVID year. You know what I mean? Because we'll put that to the side because again, my only issue with the COVID year is why didn't you just keep leaning into life is more important than basketball? That doesn't mean basketball is not important. Like it can be like how many things like Steph Curry, golf isn't the most important thing to him, but he's a damn good golfer. You know what I mean?
He could have phrased it better. I try to cut him some slack on this issue because I appreciate that he took a stand and I appreciate that he's a young dude who's, you know, about 10 years younger than us. However, you're right. Before that, he hadn't earned the benefit of the doubt. He was someone even in college. He doesn't have an Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony career. He barely played in college. You loved him.
Correct.
Right?
No, 900 games, missed 300.
Yeah.
That's insane. And he wasn't hurt. And take out the COVID year. Yeah. And take out like the games played and games missed from that. It's still the same percentage. Like it's
which gets to your point. And you've made that point before when we were talking that you don't think he's in the adequate shape to be at 100% on both ends of the court for a full season.
He trains just enough to play enough of an 82 game season where you wouldn't notice for like, if he was born, let's say he only plays basketball, hits the weight room a little bit. Like he's like your casual NBA guy, right? Like, whatever that means, they're pro players. Like there's nothing casual about it. I just want to make that said because that's the issue. I think when the media gets to him was like nothing casual about pros. Okay. But I think when you have the person that let's say plays and works on his game more on the basketball court than let's say in the weight room, running and doing other things. If he was born to be 6'6", 200 pounds plus or minus, The way he works out would be fine. But to be 6'1"-ish and 160 to 180 pounds on any given year, I think requires something he doesn't want to do. Like I always say, and I tell even my players, only KD can play basketball and be a top 10 player all time at basketball because he was born to be 7 feet tall and he's way strong. He's one of them strong, skinny dudes. You know what I mean? He's not weak. No. Okay. And then he moves like a guard. But I got news for you. You can't even teach most 7-footers to move like a guard. They're born that way. So again, I don't think Kyrie is appreciating what he's born into that we knock Steph Curry for and don't lean into the stats enough for him, let's say. But then we'll catapult Kyrie when he hasn't even played enough games to do certain things. So then the other issue I have is, and this is like leading up to, this is why he's on my list of ruining player empowerment. Because again, I'm not gonna fault you for the COVID year, but when you come back, your job, and again, this plays into what I'm gonna say about Russell Westbrook next, is he's not on the ruining player empowerment thing, but he's on my top 5, just this doesn't make sense thing. And it's, your job was to come back and say, look, that mattered to me if it mattered to you, being COVID, but I am back now. We're gonna do this. And even right now, you could still retroactively fix this and do what I'm saying right now. You could say, no, go on Instagram right now. I'm calling KD right now and tell him, no, COVID mattered to me. I missed that year, but we're coming back now and we're gonna win this ring. And I'll tell you right now, if the Nets don't give me my 5-year max when we do this for you, I'm out. Sign and trade all day because somebody's giving me the max. And I got news for you, Brooklyn. Kevin ain't staying either if I leave. And I don't care if we play together on the next team. You do that, problem solved. They're suited and booted in the Nets and they're in the Eastern Conference Finals.